Good evening, Belize. 7 lives lost in a single weekend, and tonight, a country is grieving. In Corozal, a deadly dispute may have spilled onto the road, ending in a crash that claimed 3 men, including 2 brothers. In Cayo, a 27-year-old ATV rider never made it home after a violent collision. Caught on camera, chaos inside Matron Roberts Polyclinic as a confrontation turns physical and sparks a national outcry over the safety of healthcare workers. And a former ombudsman takes on the government, alleging interference at the highest levels. Plus, a story of resilience. One young man paralyzed by violence, now redefining his future with strength and love. These stories and more, starting right now.
Easy, accessible, safe, yours. DigiWallet, easy, accessible, safe, yours.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get store-wide discounts on selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Char-Broil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, Benny's.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Monday, June 8th. I am Sabrina Daly. 7 lives lost in just one weekend, and tonight families across Belize are grappling with unimaginable grief. We begin in Corozal, where the Seeley family is mourning 3 of their own, including 2 brothers, after a horrific crash that police believe may be linked to road rage. Witnesses say a truck was chasing a 3-wheeled motorcycle carrying several passengers when it veered out of control and slammed into a house. 2 men died instantly. Now, as investigators determine what led to this deadly chain of events, a community is left shaken. Shane Williams reports.
A deadly dispute is now at the center of a police investigation in Sarteneja village, where 3 men, including brothers Godwin and Ignacio Seeley, lost their lives in a tragic traffic crash on Sunday night. Investigators believe the incident may have started at a social gathering, where tensions reportedly flared among several individuals, setting the stage for the deadly events that followed.
According to what I understand, them bali for long time they got argument fixing both race, I mean, all type of simpleness, things put a sense, then they argue for. And my brother, then they don't know what problem then they bali then they pan. Them come go enjoy for themselves. But then I hear them bali start by some argument from the son Chinese, wishing they said that they got the video, the Chinese got the video. What really happened there? They said the bali will cause the accident, and they said that he knocked first one of my cousins, according to what I understand. And then the next cousin will be there with her, turn over the man and grab the man and bring while he well. Because the man may have some pipe, according to what I understand, the man had some pipe and he blood the man and grown ali well. Then they separate them, the fight finished right there.
What happened next shocked residents. The disagreement spilled onto the streets and allegedly escalated into a high-speed chase.
This man only wait to make them move up and then gone, and then he followed behind them with the vehicle. And then when he reached almost close to the tree, he knocked one heavy car behind the try. Liquid in from the tree wheel, but wishing one of my cousins when they argue with the ballet, he jump up at the motorcycle, he jump up at the tree wheel. And he tell the next ballet to jump up too. But the next ballet look like he can't move fast to jump up at the tree wheel, he get the leg too.
The impact was devastating. Godwin Seeley and Ignacio Seeley suffered fatal injuries and died at the scene. Israel Chacon was riding his bicycle in the area at the time and got caught up in the accident.
What we have learned so far is that a male person, being Amadi Gongara, was driving a Ford pickup truck, and upon reaching the corner of Bontoncia Street and Primitiva Aragon Avenue in that village, he allegedly lost control of his vehicle and collided into the Milian tricycle, which was transporting Godwin and Ignacio Seeley, as well as 2 other persons. Also injured in the course of this collision was a third person, namely Mr. Chacon, who was riding a bicycle at the time, and the impact similarly resulted in his untimely demise.
As police pressed ahead with their investigation, the Seeley family is mourning the loss of 2 brothers and demanding justice for lives cut tragically short.
No arrest as yet. Nobody get arrested as yet. Look like they kill and foul. Because I know this is a murder. This are no accident. This is something intentionally. And I think if I kill one foul, I think that even police don't come and arrest me. 2
other persons were also injured in the crash, including Derek Arcio, who was rushed to the Corozal Community Hospital and later transported to the Carl Huchner Memorial in a critical condition. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
A deadly weekend on Belize's roads is leaving one family shattered and searching for answers. 27-year-old Thomas Martinez of Georgeville is among several lives lost, and tonight his loved ones are speaking out, demanding justice. Police say Martinez was riding his ATV home from Esperanza Village when a red Dodge Charger driven by 20-year-old Hai Ming Chen slammed into him from behind. The force of the crash hurled him into the roadside drain, leaving him with fatal injuries. Now, as the investigation continues, Martinez's family is turning their grief into a call for accountability. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
What should have been a simple family gathering turned into heartbreak in a matter of minutes. Thomas Martinez spent Saturday night enjoying a barbecue with relatives in Esperanza, sharing food and laughter with loved ones. But just moments after saying goodbye and heading home, tragedy struck. Less than 10 minutes later, Martinez was hit and killed, leaving his family to grapple with the shock of losing him almost as soon as they had last seen him.
The responding officers reported that upon their arrival, they observed a gravely injured Mr. Martinez who was being attended to by paramedics, and some 20 feet away from him was an extensively damaged ATV. Also observed on the scene was a damaged Dodge Charger SUV. What we have learned so far in the course of the ongoing investigation is that both vehicles were traveling in the same direction, being from Esperanza Village to Georgeville, and preliminary investigation suggests that the ATV was struck from behind, which caused Martinez to be flung into a nearby drain. A urine sample has also been obtained from Mr. Chen.
Martinez's family says his ATV had working lights, and he always carried the proper registration and license documents when he was on the road. His sister-in-law, Rashida Reynolds Martinez, says that while that stretch of the road is dark, she believes any driver who was paying proper attention would be able to see Martinez.
I was, upset and sad at the same time, and seeing where it all unfold from where his first slipper was to where his other slipper was to where the car that hit him was. Like for me, I'm not even sure how you as a person could hit someone and your car could be end up all the way close to Running W from where the scene was.
Martinez, an auto body technician, is remembered as a tenacious worker who is always willing to lend a helping hand. His family is still coming to terms with the loss, but say they won't stop until justice is done.
He had just went to the ATM to take out some money from my mother-in-law, and when my mother-in-law went to the police to, gather his stuff to get the stuff that they have from him, only $5. Like, it's very upsetting. It's upsetting to the fact that I feel like they're dragging their foot. I'm not sure if they want to just shove it under the rug but it's unacceptable. It's very unacceptable and very, upsetting, because he is loved. I'm not going to say was, because even though he's no longer with us, he is loved, right, from everyone around him. My brother-in-law was a very humble person, hardworking, loving.
The family is asking for a thorough investigation and for all details surrounding the incident to be revealed.
We want justice for him because he didn't deserve that. No one deserves any loved one to be killed by someone else's negligence. And ain't no way anyone that knows the law know that is negligence. That is manslaughter by negligence. So we want justice. Justice is all we're asking for. And to anyone out there, I'm speaking to any and everyone out there that is know exactly what's going on. We want an update. We want to know exactly what's going on with this case in regards to our brother-in-law, because he deserved justice.
The family is also calling on the government to increase visibility on that stretch of the road, as several accidents have occurred in that area. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Police are still investigating and have yet to levy any charges. Police in San Ignacio are investigating a fatal crash in the Contiki area that claimed the life of 30-year-old Jeremy Chuck, a security guard from Benqueviejo town. Officers were called to the George Price Highway on Friday, where they found Chuck's body alongside a badly damaged motorcycle off the roadway. His death would be the first in a series of fatal traffic incidents that unfolded over the weekend.
On Friday, 5th June at around 6:45 a.m., police in Contiki were advised that the body of a male person and an extensively damaged motorcycle were observed off-road in the vicinity of mile 72 on the George Price Highway. The officers responded, where they were able to confirm this report and subsequently learned the identity of the deceased male person to be 30-year-old Jeremy Chuck, a Belizean security guard of Benqueviejo town. The scene was processed as a part of the ongoing investigation into this incident.
Police believe that Chuck lost control of his motorcycle and veered off the road, leading to his fatal injuries. Just days after a motorcyclist lost his life near mile 72, police were called back to the same highway, this time between miles 21 and 22. On Sunday afternoon, officers discovered a gray Ford EcoSport badly damaged on the roadside, and nearby the lifeless body of 29-year-old Ji Lung Wu, a businessman from Belmopan City. Authorities are now working to determine what led to this latest tragedy. ASP Stacey Smith has more details.
On Sunday, 7 June 2026, at about 2:00 p.m., police were advised of the occurrence of a traffic accident near mile 21 on the George Price Highway. Officers responded, and upon their arrival, they observed an extensively damaged Ford EcoSport SUV, which was some 200 feet off-road, and some 43 feet away from that vehicle, the gravely injured and unresponsive body of a male person whose identity was later learned to be Ji Lung Wu, a 29-year-old Chinese businessman of Belmopan City. What has been learned in the course of this ongoing investigation is that Wu was traveling alone in the EcoSport when, upon reaching mile 21, he lost control of the vehicle, which caused the vehicle to overturn multiple times and Mr. Wu to be flung from the vehicle.
This incident is one of 3 fatal road traffic accidents to occur across Belize on Sunday alone. A routine ride turned into a devastating chain reaction on Guinea Grass Road Friday night. 18-year-old Utomito Pech lost his life after his motorcycle slammed into the back of a horse-drawn buggy carrying a Mennonite family near Shipyard Village. The impact sent Pech careening into oncoming traffic, where he collided with an SUV with fatal consequences. As investigators work to understand how a split-second moment turned fatal, the crash is fueling new concerns about safety on rural roads. ASP Stacey Smith has more details.
Police are investigating a road traffic accident which resulted in the death of 18-year-old Utomito Pech. The investigation commenced at around 9:42 p.m. on Friday, 5th June 2026, when police in Guinea Grass were alerted of the occurrence of a traffic accident near the outskirts of that village. What we have learned so far in the course of the investigation is that Petch was traveling on the highway in the direction of Guinea Grass village when he collided into the rear of a horse-drawn buggy that was on the far right side of the road. This collision caused Mr. Petch to swerve into oncoming traffic, where he further collided into a SUV that was being driven at the time by one Mr. Garcia. A notice of intended prosecution has since been served on Mr. Garcia and urine samples taken. The collision resulted in the death of Mr. Petch. Police investigation continues.
Police say the initial investigation revealed the horse and carriage may not have been fully on the road and are still examining the lighting conditions of the buggy. Break caught on camera. Chaos at Matron Roberts Polyclinic. Staff drag a woman across the floor as tensions explode. What sparked the confrontation? Stay with us.
If you're looking for more than just a job, at the Colby Foundation, you can build a career with purpose.
Every day, our team plays an important role in safety, rehabilitation, and second chances.
We help prepare the men and women in our care to return to their communities and families ready to make a positive change.
The Colby Foundation is now recruiting motivated, disciplined, and committed individuals to join our team as supervisors, prison wardens, medical staff, chefs, and office clerks.
We mentor our staff members and provide hands-on training. We work with our residents through counseling, rehabilitation, educational programs, and spiritual guidance.
Colby offers competitive salaries, annual vacation, transportation, meals, medical care, and opportunities for growth.
Start a career that challenges you to make a difference and develop new skills.
Come, join us in making a difference.
Take the first step toward a career that matters. Apply to the Colby Foundation today.
Ever had your card declined? Now it doesn't have to be. Introducing partial authorization. If the card doesn't cover the full amount, it notifies you what's available. You can accept the partial payment and pay the missing balance with a credit card or cash. No decline. Get what you came for. Partial authorization now available. Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
Our story was built by people, neighbors helping neighbors, standing side by side with those who trust us to protect what matters most and help build our communities. Being there when needed most. Across borders, across generations. Still growing, still giving, still just getting started. After 185 years.
It's not just cigarettes. Vapes, hookahs, cigars, and other tobacco products all release harmful smoke and toxic chemicals. When you smoke or vape, that cloud doesn't just disappear. It becomes second-hand smoke and third-hand smoke that others breathe in. This smoke can cause cancers, diabetes, lung disease, and heart problems. It can kill anyone exposed to it. If you smoke or vape, step outside, far from others. We all deserve to breathe clean air.
Get ready, Dangriga. Something big is coming your way. Open your eyes. Summerfest 2026 is heading to the culture capital, Dangriga. Join us on June 12th at 6:30 a.m. at the iconic Alejo Beni Park for a morning filled with energy, excitement, and pure talent. This year, it's all about the kids, from singing to dancing, poetry to performances. If they've got talent, we've got the stage. Bring out the entire family and come celebrate creativity, culture, and the future stars of Belize. Expect fun, music, surprises, and unforgettable moments. Don't miss it. Open your eyes Summerfest 2026, where young talent shines the brightest.
He skipped nights out, said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle, all for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
I am a diabetic. I have an access to my medication every 3 months, and I have my analysis, and like how I am more or less an elderly, I receive my medication free. It helps us a lot. It helps us economically. It's a place that's accessible for almost every village that is registered here, and it's good because we have the elderly that we can travel with them here and there. Well, we have it here. The doctors are willingly ready, friendly. The staff itself, then they're friendly and they attend to you readily, and we don't have to be waiting and waiting. It's a really good thing that has done. It had been always been said that NHI, but then thanks God it come to Orange Walk. I think that elderly government is a good thing that they did. They thought about people that really are in need.
A violent outburst at a city polyclinic is putting new focus on the risks healthcare workers face every day. Over the weekend, chaos erupted at the Matron Roberts Polyclinic when a woman allegedly forced her way into a doctor's office, demanding urgent care and reportedly lashing out at staff. The incident, captured on video and now circulating widely, has sparked outrage and renewed calls for stronger protection for frontline medical workers. As tensions rise over safety inside public health facilities, the confrontation is adding urgency to a growing national conversation. News 5's Paul Lopez has the story.
Take a look at this video. These are the moments staff at the Matron Roberts Polyclinic tried to remove Nicole McDonald from the facility. You can see an employee dragging her across the floor by the leg as the situation spiraled out of control. But what led to this dramatic scene? We spoke with Dr. Andre Castillo, the only physician on duty at the time. He says McDonald forced her way into his office, demanded immediate attention, and then punched him in the face.
The lady came to my office while I was with a patient, started yelling, demanding to be seen immediately. I told her I'm with a patient, she has to wait. She appears to want me to kick out the gentleman out of my office so she could be attended to immediately, but we can't do that. I had my mask on. She looked at me and asked me if I'm even from this country. What am I doing here if I'm even from this country? She then came in and punched me in the face. I didn't react. I asked her to please step outside. Because she didn't get a reaction, she grabbed my stethoscope, started hitting with me with it, pulled me out in the corridor.
That confrontation quickly escalated. Staff stepped in to remove McDonald after the alleged assault, but she resisted and fought back. In the chaos, she even turned on another patient who tried to help. A security guard in a black shirt, along with a man in a white t-shirt and several others, moved in to restrain her. After a tense struggle, they managed to subdue McDonald. Police arrived shortly after and took her from the facility.
I was hit, punched, but I think, unfortunately, some of my co-workers and innocent patients there were hit and punched way more than what I got,
Nicole McDonald is no stranger to headlines, and tonight, her name is back in the spotlight. She previously made news after facing cyberbullying charges brought by former police commissioner Chester Williams. Now, after this latest incident inside a public clinic, the focus is widening beyond her past. Dr. Andre Castillo is using the moment to sound the alarm, calling for tougher laws and stronger penalties to protect healthcare workers who face increasing risks on the job.
What I would like to see is the laws of the country be adjusted to make it a greater offense to assault any medical personnel, the lab tech, the nurse, the doctor, the health inspector. Because I got punched on Saturday, and honestly, there's way worse than that. The racist comment that I got that hurt me more than the punch. We have workers who've been stabbed, sexually assaulted, medical staff had guns put to their face.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness issued a statement over the weekend addressing the incident. The release says that any attack or threat against them is unacceptable and undermines patients' safety, continuity, and patients' well-being. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Nicole McDonald, the woman at the center of a violent confrontation at the Matron Roberts Polyclinic, has been remanded to prison after being charged in connection with the incident. The 38-year-old home care nurse appeared before Magistrate Nishad Mohammed on June 8th, just days after she was granted bail on a separate matter. That bail came with strict conditions that she is not arrested or charged with any additional offenses. However, within a day, McDonald was back in police custody, this time accused of harming Dr. Andre Castillo and committing aggravated assault against a caregiver at the clinic. In court, McDonald pleaded not guilty to the charge of harm, but was denied bail due to the violation of her prior conditions. The magistrate ordered that she be remanded to the Belize Central Prison until August 3rd. It is alleged that during the confrontation, she punched Dr. Castillo in the face, causing pain and swelling. A caregiver who intervened was also reportedly assaulted during the altercation and feared for her life. The weekend incident follows a string of other charges against McDonald, including multiple counts of assault and disorderly behavior stemming from a separate confrontation days earlier. With her latest charges, McDonald remains behind bars as the legal proceedings continue. A legal showdown is brewing between a former watchdog and the government he once served. Former Ombudsman Major Gilbert Suazo is heading to court, accusing the Briceño administration of crossing constitutional lines and meddling in the independent work of his office. In a newly filed claim, Suazo alleges the government ignored key constitutional protections tied to the ombudsman role and questions the handling of his tenure, including the decision not to renew his contract. At the center of the dispute is a controversial Freedom of Information case involving the disclosure of public funds for legal fees, triggering by a request from activist Jeremy Enriquez. Suazo suggests that decision may have strained relations with the administration, setting the stage for the legal battle now ahead in mid-July.
I'm of the view, and certainly I don't want to try the case before it goes to the court in any way or form, that ruling that I made may have caused some issues within the government. But when you look at that case, the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act case, is the act in itself is there for accountability. And when citizens are denied of their constitutional right, and remember also that the government of Belize is working for and on behalf of the people of Belize who placed them in office to govern for and on our behalf. And if it is, you will utilize the finances of the government, the country, the people, and then you don't want to disclose that. Isn't that a violation of the law in and by itself? And isn't that a violation of the oath that you took as a representative of the government?
Suazo says the case is not only about him, but about protecting the independence and integrity of a key constitutional office. Last week in the National Assembly, Prime Minister John Bersenio pointed to complexities behind the position remaining vacant for 6 months and took aim at former Ombudsman Gilbert Suazo, accusing him of signing onto an agreement without fully considering its implications, one that could transform the office into a human rights body. Today, Suazo is responding, stepping forward to set the record straight.
Let me state then, for the record, right? In 2023, the government of Belize, at a meeting at the United Nations, declared that Belize will establish a National Human Rights Institute. And that National Human Rights Institute will be lodged in the office of the Ombudsman. Those are not my words. That is also within the Ombudsman report of 2023. It is also an update was in the Ombudsman annual report of 2024. The Ombudsman and representative of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs co-chaired a National Human Rights Committee, as I said, co-chaired with Ministry of Foreign Affairs representative and a lawyer from the Attorney General Office is also a member of that committee. So where is the complication? So it is not that the Human Rights Institute will assume the office of the Ombudsman. It is that the NHRI, the National Human Rights Institute, will be established and integrated into the office of the Ombudsman. Where is the complexity of that?
The United Democratic Party is now calling out the Bersenio administration for leaving the post vacant. In a strongly worded release, the opposition referred to it as not merely an administrative oversight, but a failure of constitutional governance. The release demanded that PM Briceño provide an explanation for the extended vacancy. Tension is rising in the nation's capital between former Belmopan area representative John Saldivar and the man who replaced him in the National Assembly, Oscar Mira. Saldivar, who served as Minister of National Security and remains the only Belizean designated by the United States as significantly corrupt, is now leveling allegations of favoritism and nepotism against the current government. Saldivar took to social media claiming he received a leaked screenshot showing payments made to Oscar Mira's sister, Jenny Armstrong, for supplying vegetables to the Ministry of Defense. He alleges that many small farmers and suppliers have been sidelined in favor of Mira's relatives, and that more than $2 million has been paid out for vegetables supplied to government entities, including the Belize Defense Force, Coast Guard, and Police Department since 2020. But Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of National Defense, Francis Usher, says the allegations lack important context. According to Usher, when he took office last March, the tendering process for food supplies was already well advanced, but officials later discovered several irregularities, including the way bids were submitted. One example is items were advertised by lots, but suppliers were allowed to bid by item. As a result, a decision was made to cancel the tender and restart the entire process. Usher says that while the procurement exercise was being redone, the Belize Defense Force still needed food supplies, including vegetables, and those purchases were made from Jenny Armstrong, who is Minister Oscar Mira's sister. Usher maintains that the purchases were made to meet BDF's operational needs while the tendering process was being corrected. Usher says the results of the tendering process have been submitted to the Ministry of Finance for approval. Thereafter, it goes to the Contractor General. Up next, shot as a child, now rewriting his future. At 18, Kyron Green refuses to be defined by tragedy, embracing life as a husband and father. His story will inspire you. Stay with us.
They're all set. I swapped out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence, like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Nights out. Said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle. All for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
Every connection we make
is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
Member owners of St. John's Credit Union Limited, mark your calendars. Join us for the 80th Annual General Meeting on Saturday, June 13, 2026, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's all happening at St. Catherine Academy's Mercy Center Auditorium on Marine Parade Boulevard, Belize City. Your voice matters. Come take part in the discussion on our transformation, member benefits, and plans. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Come out, cast your vote, and help shape your credit union's future. Plus, get ready to win prizes throughout the event. For 80 years, St. John's Credit Union has stood with its member owners. Now, we look ahead to the next chapter. Together, you're more than a number. You're a member owner. St. John's Credit Union Limited. Safe saving, smart borrowing.
Let's all be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
In business, timing matters. Now, with Belize Bank's same-day settlement, transactions settled before 4 p.m. are deposited the very same night.
It's been a game changer for our cash flow. Waiting days to access our sales used to slow our business down. Now we could restock faster and pay our suppliers on time.
And with all the settlement, it's done for you every day. Same-day settlement from Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Stay connected in the USA for as low as $10. With Smart Roaming Data Pass, staying connected is simple and affordable. Get the data you need starting at 1,000 megabytes to stay connected to larger plans that keep you online while you travel across the USA. So you can message, browse, video call, and navigate wherever you go. No SIM swap, no bill shock. Just simple, affordable pricing. Activate easily by dialing *100# using the Smart app or online. Smart Roaming Data Pass. Staying connected the smart way. Smart, bringing people together.
We're here to commemorate the start of the construction of a STEAM pavilion.
It will be a place where students will be able to explore engineering, science, technology, arts, mathematics. A place where curiosity is encouraged, where ideas are truly put to the test.
This pavilion will feature state-of-the-art learning zones, including a fully equipped science laboratory for real-world experimentation, a modern recording studio to unleash creative and digital expression, an innovative maker space to encourage invention and prototyping, a collaborative learning street designed to foster spontaneous discussion and teamwork, dedicated storage rooms. Of course, we have quite a bit to do, so where will we put it? And facilities integrated with mechanical and electrical rooms to seamlessly support operations.
This new addition to our school will create more opportunities for us to conduct more experiments and those fun stuff like that.
I believe that this STEAM project will help students to be able to put their skills to the test
I am excited for this opportunity, and I'm pretty sure that it will benefit my colleagues and also myself.
These STEAM pavilions are an expansion from our investment that we made through the ITSAT STEAM Academy in Belize City. These pavilions will be expanded, one in each district across the country, and this is just the beginning.
For Kyron and Charlotte Green, love isn't just a feeling, it's a daily act of resilience. At 18, Kyron is navigating adulthood from a wheelchair after a childhood shooting left him paralyzed. But instead of letting that moment define his future, he's stepping into new roles, husband and father, alongside the girl who has stood by him through it all. Their Belize City home is now the setting for a story that goes beyond survival, focusing instead on commitment, growth, and hope. Today, News 5's Paul Lopez paid the young family a visit to see how they're building a life together on their own terms.
This is the beginning of another beginning, a new chapter in Kyron and Charlotte life.
18-year-old Kyron Green and 19-year-old Charlotte Green are stepping into married life, with their first child expected any day now, and their journey together is anything but ordinary. Back in 2019, what should have been a quick run to a neighborhood shop changed everything. Kyron got caught in the middle of a gang crossfire, leaving him paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair. But years later, he's not defined by that moment. Instead, he's building a future, one centered on love, family, and determination, with Charlotte right by his side.
I always say people are married and I think you're married when you be married.
Well, that day came on Saturday when Kyron and Charlotte tied the knot.
I'm ready to go to school. And with Mama Courage, she helped me because everybody knows I shy.
You shy?
I'm a shy person, so Mama Courage, Mama helped me. And I get past it and I just do it one of these days. Right in the yard and I just do it.
What you do?
Well, I just ask her, will you marry me?
Kyron and Charlotte made it official 7 years ago after the shooting that left him paralyzed. They've been inseparable since high school, with Charlotte right there cheering him on as he crossed the stage in May 2025.
When I first meet Kyron, I was like, now who this sleep boy, yeah? Say, I need to call heal him in, cause yeah, he look handsome, yeah, I know where to go, but for his mind, all of his people very supportive and things, so I really appreciate all of them, and no matter what, Kyron, I always there for him. 7 years ago, I could have lost my son, right? But I say God has a purpose for Kyron. Who would have think that Kyron would have bring forth a child in this world?
Kyron's mother celebrated the wedding during a small gathering at their home on Saturday, and today she expressed the same joy.
Overwhelmed with joy. I've been there with them from the beginning when I heard about them proposing, when Kyron was proposing to her and the ring couldn't fit her hand and things like that. I stepped in and I do what I needed to get done. I spoke to both of them. This was the book that the pastor gave us after we got married. He said that it will make our family stronger, reading it every day. So I really love this book.
Kyron Green's life changed at just 11, but he never let that moment define him. With faith and determination, he pushed through and earned his high school diploma. Today, he's stepping into new roles as a devoted husband and soon-to-be father, already working to provide by launching a small but promising chicken rearing business.
You done pick a name? Junior.
Junior?
How you feel that you become a dad? I feel good because with me can walk and I have a son. Right now, if I pass away, my son are there to take over my thing, my animal business and my thing like that.
Kyron hasn't overlooked the sacrifices his wife has made, standing by him through it all.
People might say, love no real, love no this, but yeah, she never loved me, she know me a day me. They in a wheelchair, I can't do nothing. And then next young girl, me I don't go nothing. She never gone, she's there.
Their journey stands as a powerful reminder that resilience, love, and support can transform even life's most difficult moments into stories of hope. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Police have arrested and charged 5 individuals following the discovery of a firearm and ammunition during an operation in Belize City. Authorities say the group, which includes both men and women, now face charges of kept firearm without a gun license and kept ammunition without a gun license. This comes on the heels of a separate raid in Dangriga, where 21-year-old Jalen Nunez was charged after police found 2 firearms and multiple rounds of ammunition at a residence on Yampa Street.
Police have formally arrested and charged 21-year-old Jalen Nunez of Dangriga Town for 2 counts of kept firearm without a gun license and 2 counts of kept ammunition without a gun license. The arrest follows a joint operation that was conducted by Special Patrol Unit personnel as well as Dangriga QRT and the Gang Intelligence Investigation and Interdiction Unit. The operation was conducted at a residence on Yampa Street on Saturday, 6 June 2026, which led to the discovery of a black in color 9mm pistol, which contained 14 live rounds of 9mm ammunition, and a .38 revolver, which contained 2 live rounds of ammunition. Police have formally arrested and jointly charged 36-year-old Natasha Hughes, 30-year-old Devon Pratt, 27-year-old Eldon Pratt, 27-year-old Andrew Beiser, and a 17-year-old male minor for the offense of kept firearm without a gun license and kept ammunition without a gun license. These charges follow an illegal weapon operations conducted by Special Patrol Unit personnel at a residence on Kral Road in Belize City, which led to the discovery of a 9mm pistol which contained 7 live rounds of 9mm ammunition.
The arrests come as part of ongoing efforts by specialized police units to crack down on illegal weapons in urban areas. Investigations into the case continues. Last week, a 66-year-old woman in Cristo Rey village narrowly escaped serious harm after 2 armed men forced her into her home and began ransacking the property. Police say the suspects fled when officers arrived on the scene, thanks to a quick-thinking neighbor who alerted authorities as the crime unfolded. One suspect was captured following a chase, and investigators recovered a .22 pistol, ammunition, and stolen jewelry belonging to the homeowner. ASP Stacey Smith says police have since made arrests on the individuals.
As it relates to the ongoing investigation into the aggravated burglary which occurred in Cristo Rey village on 4th June 2026, police have formally arrested and charged Chris Anthony Velez, a Belizean bartender of Santa Cruz, for the crime of aggravated burglary and the offense of kept firearm without a gun license as well as kept ammunition without a gun license.
No serious injuries were reported by the victim. Still ahead, Cuba's president thanks Belize and Mexico after a massive aid shipment reaches Havana. What this show of support means regionally, coming up.
My name is Dr. Rosita Jimenez, and I'm a general laparoscopic surgeon. We have just finished an emergency appendectomy, and we're now moving on to our second operating theater for our laparoscopic gallbladder screening. Basically, this is very easy to diagnose. Simple abdominal ultrasound or a pan-abdominal ultrasound can give us the diagnosis. Laparoscopic gallbladder removal surgeries, 90 to 80% of the time, are done due to gallstones. However, there are other conditions like tumors, malfunctioning of the gallbladder that also are reasons to get a laparoscopic surgery. We also have an amazing CT scan and X-ray unit who work hand in hand with our doctors. Instruments used in laparoscopic surgery are chokers like these. It makes it easy for us to do the surgery through these entry ports. The recovery process is excellent. Basically, within a week, you are back up, ready to do your job, your daily life activity, like if you hadn't had this surgery.
In Belize, change is taking shape every day. It all starts with Game Changers. Investing in modern transport, better health infrastructure, renewable power for all, digital transformation, and more opportunities for a brighter future, the European Union's Global Gateway Initiative is unlocking new potential. Game Changers are bringing this to life. Game Changers, empowering the future. Follow the EU in Belize to meet the Game Changers.
We're ready for the road.
He skipped nights out. Said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle. All for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
Your security, our top priority. We got your world with strength and integrity. From home, cars and rentals, business too. We make protection simply easy for you. BB Insurance, trusted and true. Clear policies assured. Fast claims too. No appointment needed. Just swing by. Locations countrywide where peace resides.
BB Insurance, your security, our priority.
Get ready, Dangriga! Something big is coming your way! Open your eyes, Summerfest 2026 is heading to the culture capital, Dangriga. Join us on June 12th at 6:30 a.m. at the iconic Alejo Beni Park for a morning filled with energy, excitement, and pure talent. This year, it's all about the kids, from singing to dancing, poetry to performances. If they've got talent, we've got the stage. Bring out the entire family and come celebrate creativity, culture, and the future stars of Belize. Expect fun, music, surprises, and unforgettable moments. Don't miss it. Open Your Eyes Summerfest 2026, where young talent shines the brightest.
A Belizean man is Cuba's president is publicly thanking Belize and Mexico today. The man, identified as Nuhan Lopez, shared his account on social media, describing the incident as humiliating and deeply disappointing. He said immigration officers represent Belize to both citizens and visitors and should uphold professionalism. Cuba's president is publicly thanking Belize and Mexico today after a major humanitarian shipment, nearly 1,700 tons of food and essential supplies, arrived in Havana. The donation comes as the island struggles through a deepening economic and energy crisis, with President Miguel Diaz-Canel calling it a powerful show of solidarity in what he describes as difficult times for Cuban people. The support also lands amid ongoing shortages worsened by tighter U.S. sanctions. Here at home, Belize is standing firm. We spoke with Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Oscar Arnold, who says this gesture reflects a long-standing friendship with Cuba and makes it clear Belize won't turn its back on the Cuban people. He also spoke about the future of the Cuban Medical Brigade in Belize.
Cuba, the regime at the time, played a very important part in garnering support, the non-aligned movement for Belize when we were gaining independence. They were there along every step of the way while we were trying to be a young nation and trying to develop. You don't forget your friends. You don't cast your friends aside. We understand that when we got into the program with the Cuban Medical Brigade, that it was for a finite period. When that period comes to an end, the ministry, the Foreign Ministry, and the Ministry of Health will have to make some serious decisions because, one, we rely on the Cuban Medical Brigade for many of the medical practitioners that we have in country. We don't want to, and we can't afford to lose some of the specialties that they bring. There are some proposals on the table to look at that. I believe the Minister of Health has spoken to great length into what we want to do with that. But at the end of the day, like I said, there was a finite period for the Medical Brigade to be here. We will continue to support Cuba and the Cuban people, but Belize prides itself on having foreign policy positions that also means that not because we support one country, that means that we are against any other country. We are friends of all and enemies to none.
New Foreign Affairs CEO Oscar Arnold faces a growing threat: narco activity along Belize's northern border. Drawing on his time as ambassador to Mexico, Arnold says he's seen how complex transnational crime networks operate. With trafficking concerns rising, he argues that law enforcement must go beyond arresting individuals. The real fight, he says, is dismantling the financial systems and institutional support that keep these networks alive. Arnold adds that his experience in Mexico will guide his strategy in tackling the issue in his new role.
What we've seen over the past year and maybe year and a half is that fighting a one-off or an incident that takes place irregularly is one thing, but you also have to start to fight and combat the structures that are around this type of activity. Because before, we thought that, or it was looked at that we would look at only the criminal element or the criminal activity. Now you understand that you have to look at how this money integrates into the formal banking sector. And once you start to look at those structures, once you start to attack those structures, that is when you start to see some gains. And so I believe how that is approached will change a lot. It's already changing. So now at the macro level, that I have the luxury of doing that while I was as the ambassador, you would look at individual things that are taking place, how it affects our car dealers, how it affects people who are traveling back home by road, how it affects business if the border is shut down, or if there's no, in recent memory, the customs, or there were no brokers who would be doing the paperwork. How does that affect then the economy? So I have to say that it was a learning experience at the time. We understand and we have to respect how the government of Mexico, the federal government, how they are structured, what they put in place. And we try to then work with that, try to support it from our end. It's not an easy task, but I have to say that because of the relationship that we've had with Mexico, because of how we grew that relationship, it's far easier to discuss things as friends as opposed to when you're or having differing views.
And there's encouraging news tonight about the health of Foreign Minister Francis Fonseca. Just over a month after undergoing heart surgery at the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital, Fonseca is said to be recovering well and could soon begin easing back into his official duties. Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Oscar Arnold, says he's been keeping in close contact with the minister and reports that his recovery remains on track. While colleagues are looking forward to his return, Arnold makes it clear that Fonseca's health comes first.
I spoke to the foreign minister. We were messaging a couple of days ago. He assures me that his recuperation is going as planned. Ready to come back to work, albeit I pushed back a bit and said maybe, take some rest. But the foreign minister is ready to come back to work. He says that he will try to gradually slip into certain things. You will appreciate that the portfolio that he has are huge portfolios: foreign affairs, foreign trade, education, culture, information technology, right? We do miss him, but we want to ensure that of paramount importance is his health. If he feels ready to come back, then that is something that he will discuss with Prime Minister Briceño as well. I'm sure that all his cabinet colleagues miss him. We miss him here at the ministry as well. I try to limit the information and the updates that I have to just bullet points, because I know that he has the recovery to also concentrate on. But he has assured me that that is going as planned.
We also reached out to Minister Francis Fonseca today. He told News 5 that his recovery continues to go well and that he hopes to return to work in the very near future. A Belizean man is publicly accusing an immigration officer of making homophobic comments toward him and his boyfriend while crossing the western border into Guatemala. The man, identified as Nuhan Lopez, shared his account on social media, describing the incident as humiliating and deeply disappointing. He said immigration officers represent Belize to both citizens and visitors and should uphold professionalism and respect. Lopez claims the situation worsened when his sister questioned the officer's behavior, leading to further disrespect and even threats to call the police. He has since filed a formal report, and separate complaints have also been lodged with the Belize Embassy in Guatemala. In his statement, Lopez stated, quote, "I sincerely hope Belize immigration takes this matter seriously, conducts a thorough review, and holds its officers to the standards of professionalism, dignity, and respect that every person deserves. Belize can and should do better than this," end quote. He is now urging authorities to take the matter seriously. The Ministry of Immigration has acknowledged the complaint, with CEO Tania Santos noting her concern over the allegations and has received reports from the immigration officers present. Up next, a look at weekend sports with Paul Lopez.
Insurance fact. Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, construction projects can receive insurance coverage from start to finish? We offer a variety of bonds. This includes bid bonds, advance payment bond, performance bonds, or others. Let Home Protector be a part of your team and help safeguard you through your next project. Visit any Home Protector insurance office near you to learn more.
Every connection we make is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
Belize Electricity Limited is pleased to announce the holding of its 2025 Annual General Meeting at the BEL Corporate Headquarters at 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway, Belize City, Belize at 3:00 p.m. on Thursday, June 18, 2026. For registration purposes, shareholders are advised to bring along a valid identification such as a Social Security card. Shareholders who are unable to attend may choose, and we encourage you to exercise this right, to appoint your proxy, or you can simply appoint the company's executive chairman or the corporate secretary as your proxy to represent you at the AGM. Proxy forms can be submitted at the BEL corporate headquarters at 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway or via email at shares@bel.com.bz no later than 5:00 p.m. on June 16, 2026. For more information or assistance, contact BEL's Securities Officer at 501-227-0954, extension 1512.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100 key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
He skipped nights out. Said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle. All for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
Tomorrow on Open Your Eyes at 6:30 a.m. we have a great lineup for you. We sit down with Mexico's ambassador to Belize, Her Excellency Ana Luisa Vallejo Barba, for a conversation on strengthening Belize-Mexico relations. We'll also learn about the launch of applications for Cohort 8 of the Rev Up Caribbean Business Incubation Program and the opportunities available for entrepreneurs. Plus, Modisco joins us to share Father's Day gifts ideas and special promotions. Start your morning with us tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. on Open Your Eyes.
I'm getting older and I need more medical attention, and And this is perfect for me because previous to that, I only went to the hospital if I had an emergency. I had a brother-in-law, and he was not feeling too good. And he said he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, you need to get a good checkup. And he said, but I need to work and make some money so I can address this issue. It happened that we were working by Santana, and he got worse. I had to come to New York. The next morning, Carlos, they took him to Belize. Before the day was up, he was dead. His pressure skyrocketed, and he couldn't be helped. He passed away. And that has repeated itself many times, simply because we didn't have what we have now. It's something very good for me. We've never had it before, and I see a lot of people participate. They come and they are grateful, just like myself, that this service is available.
Sports Monday is brought to you by the National Sports Council of Belize.
Good evening, I am Paul Lopez with this week's edition of Sports Monday. When sports and entertainment collide, the result is nothing short of electric, and PlayTune Marketing's 6K match is a perfect example. This is an experience blending competition with spectacle in a way that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. In boxing, exhibition fights routinely draw massive crowds and bring in huge paydays for the fighters. Now take that same high-stakes excitement and bring it to the football field. Add thousands of dollars on the line, passionate players ready to perform, and fans turning out in droves. And you've got a showdown that delivers both drama and action.
Like 70% of the 6K match fan base are young people. So we give young people what they want on a positive note, you know. And we know they love social media, they love trend, they love entertainment, they love sports, and they love show off. A lot of these youngsters tell me the other day, Mr. Rich, you know, we can't go to Agrica, we can't go to the concert, but we could come at 6K. We show off with new clothes, we show off with hairstyle, we're up on social media. So it's a trend, it's a culture now.
It all started with organizer Richie Galvez, who spotted a chance to bring amateur teams together, mixing football, entertainment, local business, and a cash prize that raises the stakes. The success of the 6K match has inspired others in different parts of the country to host similar events. Well-known football athlete Ian Yellowman Kinnear recently put together a 4K match in Belize City.
I'm Mr. Richie from Belmopan. He's the founder of the K matches. It's one game and the winner gets the money, the 4,000. So, you know, and the crowd, you know, if you have a safe environment for the crowd, the fans, and even the players that could feel special for a moment. The attendance was 1,200 people. Marian Jones had never seen that amount of people in the stand, especially for a football match and especially for an amateur tournament or amateur exhibition game.
Galvez's last 6K match inside the FFB Stadium in Belmopan also saw record numbers. Galvez has taken the next step, officially registering the 6K match as a business, and his legal team is making it clear imitators should think twice.
At the end of the day, I have a heart, I am very compassionate, and my objective is to see football grow. And I believe if I stop them, because it's trademarked, the 6K is trademarked, so if you use 3K, 4K, you can be stopped. But if I do that, I think I'm going to take away opportunities from many youngsters out there, you know. And my objective and goal is to promote football.
Galvez acknowledged that Kinnear sought his guidance in organizing his event. And now for our Sports Monday score highlights. First, we take you to Managua, Nicaragua for the Central American Senior Track and Field Championships. Belize fielded 10 athletes and secured 4 bronze medals. On Saturday morning, Belize secured a bronze medal in the 4x100 relay race with a finishing time of 45.8 seconds. That same day, a second set of Belizean sprinters captured the bronze medal in the 4x400 relay race. And then on Sunday, Brandon Jones took to the podium twice. The Marconi Leo Fastbit softball tournament continued over the weekend. News 5 was in attendance on Friday night for the game between the Rednecks and the Sandhill D-Trop female team. The Rednecks dominated and ended the game with 10 runs, holding the D-Trop to only 2 runs. Well, folks, the Running Rebels have secured their first playoff victory, having defeated the Western Ballers in a match that ended 86-68. NBA playoffs continue this weekend with Cayo hosting Orange Walk on Friday night and the Targa Sharks hosting the Defenders on Sunday. Well, folks, that is all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. Catch you in the next one.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, violence at Matron Roberts Polyclinic renews calls to protect health workers. Cynthia Cayetano commented, "I believe that all our healthcare workers should be treated with respect. From my observation, the video, the workers did nothing wrong. The ministry was on point with advocating for them. Sadly, they never addressed mental health, which is the heart of the video." Turning to ex-ombudsman sues government over constitutional breach. D. Zane shared, "I look forward to seeing how the court balances the constitutional issues against the fact that the terms appear to have been knowingly accepted and continuously acted upon. This case could have implications far beyond one office holder and may help define how remuneration for constitutional offices should be determined in the future." And finally, on Paralyzed at 11, husband at 18, Kyron Green rewrites his story. Kira Lucas shared, "Congratulations to you both. Wish you guys nothing but the best. That's a wife you have right there, strong." Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.